Welcome to Worship Leader Hangout. My name's Chad. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to start crushing your worship planning using Planning Center and some really cool tools that I use on Planning Center that have been around forever. So I'm not inventing anything or kind of making a hack. No, it's not what I'm doing. But what I am doing is using some of the tools that I have on Planning Center to make my workflow just awesome. Well, at least I think it's awesome. What we're going to do today, we're going to start out with a couple things on Planning Center that are what I would call prerequisites to a smooth workflow. What I like to start with is to go ahead and build out the next set of months. And the best way to get started in doing that is to have a template. If you are on your plan, so ours is called CPC, that's College Park Church, the name of my church. CPC Weekend Service. I'm going to click on this little settings kind of icon here, and then I'm going to click on templates. And Planning Center has built this nice, beautiful template layout now. So see, we've made a template. To add a new template, it's almost just like adding like information on your service. So if you never added a template, click Add Template, name your template. I'm going to call it WLH, so I know what the heck's going on. All right, and then here's your blank template right here. All right, so what you're going to want to do on this template is to start adding stuff to it. You can even make your people a template as well. So when I click on the people tab over here on the left, now I can click on needed positions, and as long as you have positions already set up on Planning Center and it has some default positions for you, you can go ahead and, I need a drummer, I need an electric guitar, I need a harp. Every church better have a harp. I need a bass guitar and a ukulele. That's all I need. Maybe a worship leader. Okay. All right. So then you have your people here. So we're going to take Christian Brown. He definitely plays ukulele. He's a beast, uke. And then ukist. What do you call those? Anyway, Drew Guthrie. I know you're watching. He's so nasty on the harp. He's a beast. All right. Dylan Mantu. This is our youth pastor. He's definitely not a drummer. Let me just put it that way. And all right, so you get the idea too. You can have people preset on there if you want to, but typically we don't because we do have multiple people for multiple positions. But this is kind of what ours ends up looking like right here. I'll show you. Okay, we have the band, production, vocals, and then the speaker, whoever's preaching, doing the welcome and giving talk, things like that. That's just for the people. Our main service template ends up looking something like this. And you can see here I do put in song 1, 2, and 3 just so I can then fill those in with songs later and get rid of that. Now this is a prerequisite. Just go ahead and have your templates built. We already have July scheduled as far as people. We have, I'm going to be working on August as far as the actual people schedule. But say you don't have any of those put out. What you do is you click on, under your service, you click on add a plan. And then I want the next, let's just say 5 weeks. I'm going to choose my template, this spot right here. So remember that WLH? I'm not going to choose that one because that was rough. So I'm going to choose my Sunday morning template on all 5 of those. They're going to look like what the previous one was. That's what this copy times from. Times are your, like your service times, your rehearsal times, things like that, call times, whatnot. So that's really nice to have on there. And then, yeah. So that starts on September 1st. I'm going to go ahead and add those 5. Boom. Now it's going to go to the first Sunday of the ones that you just added. Now, this is where it gets a lot of fun. I'm going to roll back to August, though, because I haven't scheduled people for August. Let's click on August 4th. Okay. Again, I'm going to start scheduling people, not songs yet. I'll get to songs. All right, August 4th. Now, you can look at this view. You can look at that view on your phone. And plan from that, and that's totally fine. But still, I want to see more. The best way to plan, in my opinion, the best way to plan is to use what's called the matrix button, the matrix. And it's this little button right here. If you ever wonder what that little button is and you never used it, go ahead and hover over that. Don't click it yet. Hover over that button. And then what I want to see is the week previous and the next 4 weeks. I'm going to say 5 weeks. Let's just say 5 just to add in that extra one just in case. All right, I'm going to load that matrix. And yes, I love the way this looks. So what I'm going to do to schedule people for August, and this, I'm literally scheduling my people right now. at the end of June for August. So whatever you see happen here, this is actually happening. I'm going to just take a few moments and start scheduling this out. And what I'm doing is I'm basing this off of knowing the people. Try to know their schedules. Try to at least have an idea of what they can and cannot do on any given Sunday. And that's why I pull in that last week, okay? Because I know, for the most part, that some of the people that I've scheduled this week cannot serve the following week. Meaning, if they are on the 28th of July, they cannot serve on the 4th because they like to do every other, and that's fine. Another thing that you could do before you start planning is maybe about a week before you start planning, go ahead and log back in the plan. Sorry. Go ahead and click on people and send out an email. This is what this email is going to look like. Select your people. There's a lot of other people in here, but I'm just going to act like I've selected all the right people. And I'm going to click on this little email button. That's this little button right here. So it's going to click up an email it's going to pull up an email for me, and it might default with you like it does with me. Planning Center welcome email. Well, I want to do the Planning Center blockout request email. What this email is an automatic email that you can send out. Not automatic, but is a pre-generated email that you can send out to your people. That Planning Center has made, and it's filled in stuff like names and your signature that you've made. And basically what it's saying is I'm getting ready to schedule my next round, or do my next round of scheduling. And you can put in exact dates, whatever. Planning Center blockout request for September. No, August. Lord. Hold on, my wife is calling me. Hello? Alright, love you, bye. So now I'm going to send this out for August. Now this is scheduling our people. This is for our people. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and send this out for all 53. If there's somebody in there that shouldn't be or shouldn't get that email, oops, who cares? I'm just going to start planning, and if I need to fast forward, I'll do that. Like I said, a lot of people like to do every other week. My drummer usually likes to take a week off, but I'm going to just go ahead and schedule him for every week. And he will decide which week he'll want off. Mason Alexander. I have no idea what his schedule's going to be because he's a paramedic, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one, actually. All right, now it's time to my favorite part. I just did a whole month of people. Now, granted, first of all, just looking at this, they have no idea they've been scheduled. Second of all, they may not even, every one of these people might decline for every single week. We just don't know. So I have to keep that in mind. I can't say, well, I'm done, this is perfect. I have to keep that in mind, knowing that I will probably have to go back and fix some things. I just kind of want to, and with a few things in mind, knowing their schedules, but still, I might have to fix some stuff, but that is okay. Now we got to let these people know that they've been scheduled. Click email these people. Anyway, so it's going to prepare a notification for me. I'm going to hit accept. And this is the Planning Center scheduling email that they have automatically generated. It says you have been requested to serve. That's kind of a wordage that they are used to seeing, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it that way. I'm going to put for, well, I'll just do it now, for August. Yay! Alright, so now I'm ready to start planning music for the month of July. So, like I said before, in the auditorium, I planned people for the month of August, and I'm going to plan music for the month of July. So on this computer right here, I have up my people. So this is what I just planned, what you just saw. And then on this little laptop right here, I have, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Planning Center. I'm going to click on July 14th. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Matrix. I'm gonna load my previous 2 and my next 3 plans, okay? If you click on the first week of July, then you know I would load the last week of June, so you can kind of at least see what you did that week as far as your set list, and then keep going from there. Load that plan, and you will see all of my orders of service out until August 4th, from June 30th to August 4th. Nothing is on there except for the last week of June. And down here at the bottom, of course, you can see what we just went over: band, production, vocals, and all that. We're ready to start planning. A couple workflow things that I like to do. I like to be in a place where I have access to a guitar, or like this for most people. I like to have access to my guitar. I have a keyboard over here in my office, and just to get, you know, get in, just to be ready, because I'm not just gonna slide my favorite songs onto the page. I'm gonna actually spend some time in worship. I'm gonna spend some time just kind of building a set list that makes sense over the entire month and not just 1 week at a time. And the best way that for me, as far as my workflow of that, is to actually do it and actually like be in worship at the keyboard or on the guitar. Also, it helps me, you know, there are tools that help check keys and stuff like that. And what's great about the Matrix tool is you can click on songs, and you have all your songs over here that you've pre-installed or pre-added to Planning Center. And so, for example, I don't know if I'm gonna actually use this or not. Say I wanted to use Living Hope for July 7th. You know, you just drag this over to July, just like you would do on a normal plan. And you can add in, you know, who's leading the song. I'll just say me, just for the heck of it. I don't know if I would leave that or not. Oh, and then change the key. There's my key. Jazz key is C for Living Hope. And then say I wanted to do that song the following week or another week in the plan. What's really neat is you can just click on that and drag it over, and it copies it. Okay, I think that about does it. I've got July planned for the most part here. Come with me. Okay. So just because we got all the songs on the plan doesn't mean it's set in stone. I want to be flexible. If my pastor wants to do a certain song, or if something just kind of changes in my spirit and the Holy Spirit's telling me something different for that week, I do want to be flexible. My team knows that I like it to be a little more flexible as well. But I like to have a plan. I like to have a starting point at least. And more than likely, most of these weeks are going to stay the same. Anyway, I'm done talking. I think you get the idea. One of the best tools on Planning Center for planning people, music, and whatever else is using that Matrix tool, being able to lay it all out in front of you and just start planning and start getting things done. If you have any questions about this, about the way I plan and the way I use a Matrix, put them in the comments below, and put in the comments below how you like to plan, how many months or how many weeks you like to be plan ahead for. And yeah, I would just love to see that. I just love to continue this conversation. So thanks so much for spending some time just seeing my workflow in this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember guys, great worship leaders are always learning. Have a great day.